Top 10 games of all time! Howdy y'all, welcome to Travel the Board. I'm Corey.
I'm Scott.
I'm so excited. This is, every year I work on my top 100 list all year long. I massage it. I literally create the list probably 20 times throughout the year. I work on it constantly. Every time I play a game, I'll add its rating and I'll kind of add it into the list, and then a month later I'll redo the whole list. And this is like the peak. The top 10, it's, you know, what it's all about. So I'm really excited to get to this. And like the fact that I've had some shakeup in it is also a big deal for me, because I mean, 2025 was a huge year for us. I mean, we had all the conventions that we went to, all the vlogs did fantastic, the channel's been doing awesome, we've got so many new subscribers and people watching, I really appreciate you. And we played some great games.
A lot of great games.
We played a lot of them. Yeah, because I mean, if you go back and look at my top 100, I think in my 100 I have 52 new games to the list because we played so many good ones. And I'm expecting 2026. I already know, you know, a bunch of games that are potentially coming out and things like that. I think 2026 is going to start off pretty strong as well. And we always have that thing that happens every year. It's like, well, we got these really great Kickstarters. Let's hope it delivers before the year's over. So we're going to see what happens there as well. But it also means the ones that didn't deliver in 25 will deliver in 26, hopefully. So we're going to have some good games. But it's been a really fun year. And just thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. And top 10, we're going to get into it. But I hope you guys had a great 2025. Let us know in the comments below, what was your favorite game that you played all year? Like what new game? It could be a 2025 release. It could be a new to you game, whatever. Just let us know what your favorite game of the year was. My 2025 top 10 games, like just from this year, that video should either already be out or it's coming out in a day or two. I'm excited to kind of show that for you guys. The funny part is if they watch the whole top 100, if they like go through and they can figure out what the top 10 is, because all 10 games made my top 100. Because actually I think I had 11 2025 games in my top 100. So they could figure it out if they watched the whole thing. Yeah. But yeah, so I'm excited about that. It's finally time. Let's get to our top 10 games of all time. All right, let's start this. This is going to be a good one. Let's start this one off strong. Number 10.
Number 10 should be a surprise to no one who knows me that it would end up in my top 10. Probably expect it to be a little bit higher, but that is Blood Rage.
Yeah.
It's just, it does all the things I like in area control games. You get the aggro, you get the fighting, the Viking theme fits perfectly. But my favorite thing about this game is every single person who's played it has the same exact story.
Yeah.
And it comes out organically. Like, it doesn't, like, you don't have to make it happen. It just happens by the nature of the game's existence, where there's the big bad fighter Thor strategy guy who's like winning all the combats. He's like, I've got this game in the bag. And then there's the Loki player in the background going, yeah, you're winning all the battles, bud. How's that going for you? And like that dramatic shift in people's understanding of what board games can do. Like everyone has the same exact story with this game, and I think that's beautiful.
Well, there's also the aspect to this game that like it comes up a lot, but it's honestly one of the things that sold me on this game when it came out. So like we were talking about how I don't get to play these big miniature games all the time. So like I love Scythe because it does something different. This is a big miniature game. You've got your board, you've got your stuff. This is a drafting game.
Yes.
So much of this game is done in the draft.
100%.
Because it decides your entire game. Because once you do your draft, you're just basically using your cards to move your guys around. So like that's another reason I think I love this one so much, is that I get to play with these big miniature dudes and it's super cool and fun, and I get to do this area control, but the primary mechanic in my opinion is drafting.
Yeah, and I am a sucker for card drafting.
Yeah, you are.
Area control plus card drafting, like, you say less. That's all I need. And I know you prefer Ankh over Blood Rage, but I honestly think that Ankh and Rising Sun, they added a lot. I don't think you need a lot. I think this is like the more pared down version that's more accessible ever so slightly. Like,
I agree with that. I 100% agree with that. Like that's a perfect point. I do agree with you that this is the easier version, in the sense that it's easier to get to the table, it's easier to understand, the mechanics are clearer. I totally agree. This, for some reason though, is this, because oftentimes I'm on your side. I want the game I can play more often, the game that fits more people. I want that more often. But for some reason, this is the series for me that I'm like, no, let's get into it. You know what I mean? And for me, I like this better than Rising Sun. I like Rising Sun. All three are in my top 100. I love Rising Sun. I like this better. But for me, Ankh is that perfect culmination of cool minis, cool dudes, cool map, cool mechanics. We talked about this when I talked about Ankh. The Pharaoh expansion is polarizing. I love it. I would understand why others don't, but like I think it is that perfect culmination where like it is a step up from Blood Rage for me. But I totally understand your point. Honestly, is more valid than mine because most people do agree with you.
But we're going to be getting a new Blood Rage soon, so we'll see how that turns out.
I'm excited about that.
Who is it, my guy?
It's gonna be so good. I'm very excited. Honestly, I'm kind of hoping that one like sways me. Because, I'm the type of person that's like, I care a lot about like my top 10 and my games that are in here and like, oh, I don't want them to fall or whatever. But no, I do. Because if something falls out of my top 10, it means I found another game that I adore. So like, I'm not protective of them in that way. I want to find games that are better. And I'm really hoping that this new Blood Rage kind of does that for me and I go, okay, yeah, it's better. Yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Fingers crossed.
All right, my number 10. We're just going to get straight into it. This is the final brand new game to my top 100. It cracked the top 10. It pushed Nidavellir down to 11. I thought for sure that my favorite new to me game for the year that was going to make the list was going to be Earth. It was my favorite new to me game all year long until about 2 weeks ago. I'm going to preface this. I have to. I can't just bring it out. I have to preface this. This game, so many of you, I'm going to be honest, are probably going to scoff at me and be like, really? That game? You're serious? The company's name has kids in the title. My number 10 game of all time is Layers. I have not stopped thinking about this game since we played it. Literally, like, I will say the corny line, it's keeping me up at night. Like, I cannot wait to play this game again. I cannot wait to get the little mini expansions to add more monsters and traps. This game has enthralled me because this game, it is definitely made with kids in mind. Literally, the company has kids in the title. It's a simple game. It is light on light on light. This is a hardcore light game. Even once you add those little expansions, it's still going to be a light game. This is a game that I think I could play 20 times in a row, back to back to back to back, and I could care less who won. I could care less. Because to me, the fun part of it, like the whole thing's fun. Obviously, my top 10s, the whole thing's fun. The fun thing to me is building that maze. Sure. And then, not only building that maze, watching the other person go through it, and also trying to go through the other person's maze. We didn't stop laughing. Like we were talking crap to each other while also like enjoying the other person's triumphs in some ways, while also like hating their triumphs. Every moment of this game was joy, and that is a big thing. I've been talking all throughout my whole top 100 about my mindset shift in gaming, going from I just care about the mechanics of the game and how crunchy it is and core it is, to I am now caring so much more about games in the sense of the feeling it gives me. Am I enjoying my time at the table with the other person or people? Like, how do I feel when I play a game? This game from start to finish was pure joy, and I don't know how I can't love a game that I smiled from the moment it hit the table to the moment we put it away.
That's all very fair. This didn't make my top 50. For one, it's more of an activity than a game, but I'm actually A-okay with that. The thing that kept it back for me is this game is screaming for expansion.
Oh, it is. I
just need a little bit more. Just give me a little bit more, and it'll probably be in my top 20 easy.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And like, it's got the little mini expansions out right now that I don't own, and I'm so excited. Like, I can't describe enough. Like, I am thinking about this game like daily, like waiting to play it again and get the expansions and play it again and again and again. And like, because literally as soon as we got done playing the last time, like we made our mazes, we did what we did. I literally was like thinking for the next like 2 days about different mazes I could make the next time we play. Like, oh, what if I did that? Oh, what if I did that? Oh, he'll never get this. Like, I thought about it for days, and it has enthralled me. And honestly, it could go higher. With expansions, I totally could. Like, I almost had to argue with myself to keep it down at 10. Because I want to leave it room to grow, because I think it will. Yeah. And who knows? Maybe next year we'll do my top 100, and it'll still be in top 100. But maybe it'll fall down into the 50s because that shine will wear off. Maybe it will. Who knows? I don't think so, though.
I think it will.
I don't think so. This is the kind of game, because I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of being a kid and playing games similar to this, in the sense of I would sit for hours and do it on my own. Like, I would sit by, like, something similar to this. I don't have a good example, but something like this. I would sit in my room as a kid by myself for hours and, like, rebuild mazes and just do it over and over and over and just see the outcome. And now having a game like that I can play with other people and show them my maze, and they get to do my maze, and I get to do their maze. Like, I don't know. This one, I think, is going to capture me for a little while. I could be wrong, but I think it will. So, yeah, it's my favorite new game to me, and it's also my number one 2025 game of the year because it just came out this year. I adore it, and I'm very excited to play it again.
All right.
I thought you'd be a little surprised just like how much I loved it. Like, I knew I loved it, but like, I mean, it cracked the top 10.
Well, my number 9, you're definitely a little surprised at how high it got, but I don't think it should be considering how many times we played it this year.
Okay.
And that is
Gizmo.
Gizmo.
Oh, yeah.
It is a quirky engine builder.
Yeah, it is.
It's hard for me to justify and pretend there's a lot to this game because there's really not. It's a very simple engine builder. You're building an engine that marbles go in, marbles come out. And it's all about who builds the most efficient jalopy of marble movement.
Yeah.
And the marble feeding tray is probably about 25% of my enjoyment of this game. There's a little marble chute.
My favorite part about the marble chute is that you can kind of see the next marble coming down, and you're not supposed to, but you can.
Yeah. It's like, okay, I'm going to get black in at least 2 turns, maybe. I just really like it. I really like engine builders in general, and a lot of engine builders, in my opinion, suffer from the problem of getting too far away from the thing we're here to do. We're here to build an engine. I want to build a really good engine. I want to build it fast. I want it to scream. Or I want it to fall apart around me and watch as it just cascades into a pile of junk and go, I can fix it. I can fix it.
This was my 81. I'm in full agreement with you. I absolutely adore this game. It's fantastic, and this has become one of our go-to, hey, we got 20 minutes, let's just play it real quick. Yes. Like, it's 100%. This game has a weird little place on my shelf because 2 things. One, it's a silly little marble game made by Simon.
Yeah.
So weird. Doesn't fit at all. But the little story behind it for me that's kind of funny is I got this game 5 or 6. Honestly, no, it was pre-COVID, so 6 years ago, maybe 7. I've had this game a long time. This year was the first time I ever played it. It sat and collected dust on my shelf for years. Because I'll be honest, the theme didn't get me. Looking at it didn't really get me. And then like the fact that it's a kind of a quirky game made by Simon kind of made me go, I wonder if it's actually any good. You know what I mean? But then me and you just one day randomly said, yeah, it's a quick game. Let's play it real quick. We've played it so many times this year. It's wonderful. It's fun. It's quirky. I love it. Yeah, so honestly, it might be one of my biggest regrets of Dust Collectors. Yeah. Like, just sitting for years, and I just now got to experience this game.
It's another one of those games where if you give me a rule book that is basically 2 pages, chances are I'm going to at least enjoy it, because it can only go so far off the beaten path before we get to unfun.
Yeah. No, and the rules are pretty streamlined, straightforward as well. Like, you know, there's some games that give you those 2-page rule books, but then you're kind of going, but what happens if this happens, and what happens if this happens? Everything in here is pretty straightforward.
Yes.
You almost have to try to screw it up.
Agree.
Yeah. It's really fun. It is a little bit of a disproportionate box to the game, though.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, the majority of that box is organizer and marble thing.
It's marble chute and some cards.
All right, my number 9 is what we always call an experience. It's a game, but this is much more of an experience than a game. I don't know when the opportunity is going to arise for me to actually play the game because no one will let me because everyone who plays this game with me wants me to be the one to run it, which is fine with me because I love running it. It's honestly, I think I would love running it more than playing it. Ready, set, bet. I absolutely adore this. It is horse racing. There is nothing else to it. There is nothing else more you need to know about the game. It is, I am running it, I am making the horses do the thing, and you're betting on it. And the more you get into the theme and the more you play into it, the more fun you're going to have. And this isn't me like tooting my own horn. This is just, you know, people tell me this. This is the kind of game that it's better the better person you have running it. If you don't have someone good to run it, you're not going to get the full experience. But if you have someone who can run it well, you're going to get that experience and you're going to have a great time.
Agree. Definitely wholeheartedly agree, because having the horses have silly names and have someone very seriously engaged with it as a horse race announcer is half the fun.
Yeah. And like, you give them the silly names, and then like, because I always run it, like I try to crack jokes about the names. I try to like actually do like the announcer voice. I'm naturally loud anyway, but I try to get loud. I put on the like horse race, sound effects and music in the background. And this is honestly might be my favorite part about the game from the person running it. It's when I'm running the game and I look out at the table and no one's sitting down. Everyone is standing around the table with their betting chips, and they're reaching all over the table, placing down their chips. This is not a relaxed game where people are sitting back. Everyone is up on the table, hands on the table, looking down at it, trying to figure out what's going, laughing about whatever stupid joke I just cracked, looking at me being a complete idiot, screaming, and just whatever. Like, that's my favorite part, is when I look around the table and just see all the engagement in people's eyes, having fun playing it. So this is an experience. Like, it's a game, but this is an experience, and it's an experience that I want to have over and over and over. The first time I played this game, you actually weren't in that one, but me and Lucas looked at each other, and I was like, I like this. And he looked at me, his first words out of his mouth, this is going to be in your top 10. And it was. That year, I think it debuted at number 5. It's fell to number 9. It's still fantastic. And honestly, this is the type of game that I feel like over the years, like, let's say next year it falls out of my top 10, goes to like 13. The following year, it could go back up to 4, because this is a game that's like very much based on my last experience with it. If I had an incredible last experience, it'll probably go up a little bit. If my last experience was really good, it might drop a little bit. But because this one is so dependent on the memories, and I have no problem with that. Yeah. Ready, set, bet. It's awesome. Find you somebody really crazy to run it like me, and you'll enjoy it.
All right. Well, my number 8 is mechanically almost identical to Gizmo's. They're very similar pared down engine builders, but this one squeaked it out just for the theme alone. Furnace. You're playing an industry mogul building an engine, and that engine is fed by coal. It's fun. The aesthetic is exactly what you would expect from a coal-based engine builder, where you're pumping out steel and oil and trying to be the best twiddly mustache businessman at this side of the Industrial Revolution. I like it. There's no frills. It's just exactly what you would expect.
I love this game. This is a game that does a mechanic extremely well that is hard to pull off, in my opinion. It does a fantastic auction.
Oh, yeah.
The auction works great in this game, but honestly, the best part about this game is the simultaneous play part, where it's not just simultaneous play. It's the moment where you get to that part and everyone goes and just stares down at their engine and goes, give me a minute, I got this. And then like 5 minute pass of everyone just going, hold on, okay, hold on. If I do this, hold on. Like, it's 5 minutes of people just trying to absolutely crack that puzzle.
Yeah, and the little dial of coal, that's an expansion, right?
That's expansion, that's Interbellum.
So, one of the games I'd argue that is necessary. It completely changes the auction to be like, if I really need that piece, boy howdy, I'm going to get it, but I'm going to pay through the nose to get it. That change, because the auction, for those who haven't played the game, are based on numbered chits, and the chit you put determines how likely you are to actually be able to purchase the card versus just get resources from it. And the variable chip from the expansion says, like, I'm willing to spend 10 coal just to have that card, so you can't have it.
Yeah. Well, it also can give you a incentive to like build a coal factory early to be like.
Are you gonna sit here and pretend you don't want coal throughout the entire game?
Oh, you 100% do. But you're over here like, let me do nothing but coal in the first like round, like just coal, because then in the next 3 rounds, I just do what I want. I'm good. Yeah. Because, I mean, think about every time we've played, it's been, where's the coal cards?
Yes,
it's like, and it turns into a fist fight over the coal cards.
Yes.
Yeah. And then the expansion also adds the powers with the university, which is really cool, and they're really strong too. Like, they're very powerful. The base game is incredible, but it is kind of like you were saying with Gizmos. It's just it does more, obviously, but it's just an engine builder that does cool things. But then the moment you add that expansion, it just really sings.
It's an engine builder that doesn't overthink engine building. Like, you're not doing super complicated things with your engine. It's just how much steel and oil am I producing? Do I actually need that much? What can I do with it?
Yeah, no, it works great. And like the fact that you can always find something to do with every piece is nice too. It may not have been what you wanted to do,
Yes.
but you can achieve something. Yeah, I really like that. It's a great game.
Yeah.
Over here. All right. My number 8, this is the game every year I think I get the most flack for. Every time. And it's because this company is really famous for making 2 games. The other one has already been on both of our lists, and we adore it. But I like this one better. The Taverns of Tiefenthal. I love Quacks of Quedlinburg. They are nowhere near the same game. I only bring it up because it's the same company. The Taverns of Tiefenthal is fantastic. The biggest problem that people have with this game, and I totally understand it, is this game feels solvable. It feels like you can play the same game every time because that's kind of the answer, right? Totally understand that. I'm not going to argue with it. This game fits into a category of games that's like, I just like to see it happen. I like to see that strategy, but even more so, I like to ignore that strategy and just see what I can do. I like to try the dumb strategies. I like to do the things that's like, that's not how you win, but I'm gonna do it. And that's just fun to me. Like, for example, it's got the little rondelle at the bottom, and I love rondelles. My entire goal every time I play this game, every time, is to push that rondelle to its limits. I want the wheels to fall off. I'm going to go around that sucker as many times as physically possible. And I just really... And then, like, you've got the secondary rondelle with the like, round tracker thing. So, like, there's, like, kind of a big rondelle and a little rondelle, and I can just go round and round and round. And, like, you're trying to build up your beer. You're trying to get the perfect amount of seats to, like, fit your lords, and, like, you're trying to, and like, it's also got that gambling aspect, like where you're flipping over each one with that push your luck, hoping that the next card isn't the one that you don't need because the deck just felt perfectly terrible, or it just felt perfect and you're happy. It has everything I enjoy, and I love seeing it happen. I think it's got nice components. I love the dice drafting aspect of it because I love drafting and I love dice drafting a ton. I just think it does what it's trying to do well, and I think, and I understand this is a big deal. I'm not going to argue that. If it didn't feel, I'm going to argue it's not solvable, but I understand it feels solvable. If it didn't have that, I think it would get way more praise because I think the mechanics are good. I think it's fun, and I think it's just an all-around enjoyable game that fell flat for a bunch of gamers who feel like they solved it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I agree. That's the main reason it's not on my list, is because if you're sitting down to play this game, everyone's sitting down to agree, we're not going to do the thing, right?
Yeah.
No one's going to do the thing? Fun. Cool.
Yeah. I totally understand because, I mean, I've played with someone who has solved it to a certain extent. Like I said, I don't think it's solvable. I think there's just a better strategy. And I actually think he's won every time I've ever played with him, and we've played like 5 times. I think he's won every single time.
Yes.
But I'm over here like, I don't care. So that's the funny thing is I sit down and I'll tell people about this, and I'm like, here's the funny part. You're going to win. I'm going to have so much more fun than you. I'm going to be sitting over here having an absolute blast, going around my rondelle, getting my beer. Oh, but the expansion really does up it a lot because it's a modular expansion. And when you include all those modules, I almost feel like it kind of takes the solvability away just a little bit because there's so much going on all over the place. You're just like, oh, okay.
I don't think I've played with all the expansions.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. Yeah, because you get the little, like, the juggler and the fire spitter or whatever, and, like, it just adds little powers you can do, and it's really, and then the like, little cocktails, like I can't remember what it is, like whiskey or whatever, that adds stuff. It's really good. I really like it. Taverns of Tiefenthal, I understand this is the one I get the most flack for every single year, but I don't care. I love this game.
All right, well, my number 7 has already been listed on Corey's previous video, but it's a war game, so it's going to end up higher on mine because it's the war game I can trick people into playing with me. It's Root. It's super cute, and you don't think it's a war game, but it has all the same aesthetics of some of the really old school, like, pennies serving for miniatures war games that don't exist really anymore. This is a war game, even though it doesn't look like it. It is very much area control with asymmetric powers and factions that play completely differently, and that is not an easy thing to do. And it was a bold move to put cute little animals on top of something that's very tactically deep.
A couple things I didn't talk about when this was on my list that, in my opinion, need to be talked about is when he says that they're asymmetric factions. That, like, they're not just, oh, this faction's better at trading, this faction's better at that. No. You are playing almost different board games. They are so different. When I say they don't play the same, they are universes apart. Like, the only thing that is the same about every single faction is you move. Because, like, some factions have 20 characters, then you got the Vagabond, that's 1. Some factions build bases, some factions spread propaganda.
Yeah, and like the mechanics you engage with are a little bit different. Like in the base box, the Vagabond, you're kind of doing hidden movement almost, kind of, because you're like, how you can move is fundamentally different from everyone else. And like the Airy, like the Bird faction, you're kind of playing an engine builder because you're deciding where and how your actions activate, and if that jalopy breaks down, bad things happen. So.
And then you've got the resource management game of the cats, and then that's just the base game. And then don't even get me started on the Woodland Alliance. They are an absolute cluster and a half. You're doing 3 different things at once. Sometimes you're trying to build out your little, programs, and the other time you're hoping people destroy it. And then all of a sudden, you got 20 guys that come out of the woodworks and just ooga booga people and just destroy. It's absolutely crazy. The wildest faction to me is the Woodland Alliance, because they just do crazy stuff.
They are the most complicated.
Yeah, by far. But yeah, I just feel like people don't give this game enough credit for how asymmetric it is. And on top of that, you need to give Leader Games a round of applause for their, I can't remember what it's called, but their system to balance the game, where it's like if you play this faction with this faction with this faction, it's best, but you can play this one. Like, they've got a whole thing explaining the best factions to kind of play together to make it balanced. And I think that's really cool that they did that, because as many factions as there are, as many expansions, it's hard to balance it, and they did their best.
Well, not only that, but we're talking about an asymmetric game with, 10 factions, 12 factions at this point?
Something like that. Also, maybe more.
They're play vastly different, but there's a competitive scene for this game.
Yes, there is.
Like, people competitively play with asymmetric powers in a board game, which I'd say 9 times out of 10 for an asymmetric board game, there's just 1 or 2 that is the correct option. That's not always true here.
Yeah. No, 100%. They deserve the round of applause. Like, this is my number 18. I love it. Maybe the expansions, because I haven't played all of them, or I think I've only played one of the expansions. I've got them all coming. When I play them all, maybe it'll rise even higher for me. But yeah, I really do enjoy it. All right, my number 7, right? Yeah, we're not going to go too deep into this one, other than to say Scott's right, except he was 1 too low, because it's Furnace. Scott, you should have been 7. It's Furnace. We just talked about it for a few minutes. We're not going to harp on it, other than the fact that, to add a few things to what we said, I really love the art. I think the art is simple but elegant. I think it looks fantastic. I am so excited for 2026 because Furnace Duel is supposed to be coming out, and you're telling me my 7th favorite game of all time is going to have a 2-player version? Okay, I'm on board. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm here for it. I'm excited for 2026 for that to come out. I'm actually hoping Furnace even maybe gets another expansion. I don't know if they will, because they worked on Duel, but I really kind of hope so, because I really love this game. Honestly, I just want more cards.
Yeah.
Like, if this game came out with a mini expansion of just more cards, I'd be happy.
Sure.
Like, maybe another resource to, like, spice it up. One more resource, some more cards. Oh, I'd be so happy. But yeah, it's a fantastic game. Number 7 all time. It's down 1 spot, I believe. Yeah, no, it's down 2 spots. It was number 5 last year, because my top 10s had a little bit of movement, so it was number 5 last year, number 7 this year. I don't think it's going down anything to do with the game. I think I just, had a year where some other stuff kind of shined a little higher, but it's fantastic. All right, real quick, I just wanted to thank you guys for watching the series so far. Be sure that if you're enjoying it, you hit the subscribe button, hit the like button. We've got a ton of super fun stuff planned for 2026. We've already been talking about it, getting everything together. We actually had like a whole brainstorming night the other night, just kind of talking about a really cool idea that we've got. I'm super excited for it, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So stick around with us throughout the year, and I can't wait. It's almost time to start planning for conventions. Obviously, a huge thing here on the channel, and stick around. I'll help you get ready for them. But let's get back to it.
All right, my number 6 is a board game that I don't think is ever going to leave my top 10. I mean, never say never, but
yeah. I never thought Werewolf would leave mine.
Well, yeah. But Elizabeth Hargrave's magnum opus, we all know it, we all love it, Wingspan.
Yeah.
And I'm only picking up the lid because that big box is really heavy.
I have the big version.
So basically another engine builder in a list of engine builders I've just been listing you. Apparently I really love engine builders.
Yeah, we both do.
I mean, arguably a Tableau builder, but be realistic, it's an engine builder.
Yeah.
But it has nature and a very, very cozy aesthetic that is not scary to non-gamers. This is probably the crunchiest game you could ever get a non-gamer to play.
Yeah,
Hands down,
it's in the group. Like, you know, I'm sure you can find something maybe equivalent, but it's in the group for sure.
Yeah, so there's a lot of depth, and I don't think they're ever going to stop making expansions for this. Well, they're going to have to because they're running out of biomes. But
and they have said that they've got the 6 expansions 100% planned because they're hitting every continent or whatever. I actually, because they are also starting to do some things. I actually picked it up at PAX Unplugged. They're starting to do card packs where they're adding to the ones they've already done and just releasing more cards. I do not think they're done after they hit every continent. I think we will continue to see new cards.
It's a cash cow. It's a great game, and none of the expansions have made me feel like I can do without that one. Like all of them, like I want to play mix match. I want to play with all of them. Some of them, like there's nothing like bad I can say about this game other than there's a couple combos that are quite a bit better than the rest, but that's about it.
Yeah. I'll never forget when I literally got the best opening hand possible in the game, and I had a terrible game that game. Like nothing worked out in my favor other than that, and I still won by a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. And like literally everything went wrong, and I still won.
Well, that in their defense, that is baked into the base game. So once you have enough expansions and you bury it under 300 cards,
100%.
It's nigh impossible to get that in an opening hand. So.
Well, and we'll get to this a little bit later, but there's also the fact that I have almost 1,500 hours in this game.
Yes.
That also factors. Like I can tell you the wingspan of a lot of the birds.
Yeah.
Like I could probably sit here with a piece of paper and write down the name of every bird in the base game.
Do it right now.
Right now, right in this moment.
Yeah, buckle in, y'all. It's about to get weird.
That's the video now.
But wingspan. We're going to talk about this more on this channel. We can't stop ourselves. So I'm just going to pass that to you because you're going to have to say it sometime in the near future.
All right, my number 6. Where are we at? Number six. My number 6 is also a Stonemaier game. It's down 3 spots from last year, so it was my number 3 last year. So it's fell to 6. I'll openly say this though. I think it's because I haven't played it this year. I think I've played everything. I've played everything above it for sure this year. No, one I haven't. I didn't play one this year, but we'll get to that one. But I just love this game. It's Stonemaier. It's their first big hit, I would call it, and it is. Oh, it's also not small. Viticulture! I have the Wine Crate edition because, I mean, it's one of my favorite games of all time, so I'm going to buy the nicest edition I possibly can. I mean, what do you say about this one? It's worker placement. It's gorgeous. The theme is so cool. Like, you know, when it comes to, like, gaming, especially for, like, non-gamers, when they think of this kind of stuff, they think we're into nothing but, like, D&D-esque, like orcs and magic and stuff, and then like they'll see a game like Wingspan and go, oh, okay, so there's like that kind of game, but then you'll be like, no, you got those niche games that are like, you want to make some wine? It's like, that's really randomly cool. Like, I love games that have those random, you know, themes to them that's like, I didn't know we were going to be doing this today, but all right, I'm here for it. And I think the card play in this one is fantastic. And so everybody always wants to know the feeling about the Tuscany expansion. I love the Tuscany expansion. I will play with it. I will play without it. To me, it is the same level of fun. You are just playing a different kind of game. I'm fine either way. I would say I probably prefer with it, but barely. Like, it doesn't go, oh my goodness, I must play with this. Some people, it's an essential expansion. Like, there are some people that's like the base game, it would be number 300 on my list, but with the Tuscany, it's in my top 10. I disagree. I think it's good in both ways. I do prefer Tuscany, but it's just fantastic all around. It's one of the first worker placements I ever played that you felt like you earned every point. Like, this isn't one where like you just like like we just played a game earlier today where it's like a bunch of the places on the board just gave you points. Like you just went somewhere, you got points. That's not this game. This game, you earn every point you receive, and that's also a thing in Stonemaier because he does that with like, Scythe and stuff. It's like you're going to earn your points. Your score is not going to be 200 in this game because I think the win condition is either 20 or 25. I can't remember off the top of my head. It's like the first of that's the winner, and it's like you're dragging those points from the dirt and going, this is mine. Do you see this point? There are many like it, but this one is mine. It's just really fun. I love viticulture, and it's been around for a long time now. And I'll tell you what, though, actually, that's kind of sad for me, but also not. So we always joke about how I'm not a cooperative gamer. They came out with the expansion Viticulture World for this, like last year or the year before, I think it's 2 years ago, that made it a cooperative game. And I've not played it yet. I do want to play it, but I'm not like itching to play it because I'm not a cooperative gamer. But I will play it eventually because it's viticulture. I love it. But yeah, so like there's a lot of ways to play this game. This is actually one, and I think again you gotta give Stonemaier the roses on this. We always kind of poke fun at solo play people. If I was a solo play person, Stonemaier games are the games I would probably solo play. Oh, I don't want to, but if I was. Because their Automa system does work. I'm not saying it's like what I want to do, but it works. So, viticulture, it's awesome.
See, I'm over here thinking you're speaking way too highly about non-gamers. You're thinking they have a mental image of Dungeons and Dragons. Nah, man. Like, you like board games, so you like Monopoly.
Oh, right? Yeah. That's fair. Yeah, imagine telling somebody who thinks board games are Monopoly, you want to make some wine, bro? You got to try my rosé.
You're not wrong. All right. Well, my number 5 is a bit of a stretch to call a board game, but I think it belongs on this list.
Oh.
And I think it belongs on everyone's list. Anyone who has a regular game group, if you don't have a copy of this game, it's your own fault because it's basically free. And that's 1,000 blank white cards.
Let's say a copy of the game, you mean a deck of index cards?
Yes.
Okay. I was like, I don't know if you need a copy of the game, but it's some index cards.
It's not technically free, but you can go to the dollar store and you own this game now because I guarantee you have some writing utensil and $1 worth of index cards. Now you have this game. For those who don't know what the game is, you and a group of friends make cards. You write new rules to the cards for, say, 10 apiece. Shuffle them all together. You have a deck. You play the game you just made together. After the game, you take the cards you like, you keep them. The cards you don't like, you throw them away. Rinse, repeat for the rest of your lives. And by the end of a few sessions, you have a lot of recurring gags. You have funny cards. You might actually come up with an interesting game within this weird chaos you've made.
Yeah.
Or you're very likely going to have cards that give you points, but none of the cards that you do anything with points. So it's just like something funny happening in the background.
It's got that whose line is it anyway? It's like, immediately earn 17 bajillion points. Okay, do you win the game with points? We don't know yet.
Maybe. Maybe. So we, as our group, played it for the first time this year. I've played it with other groups before, but we now have our own deck, and I'm excited to say that we started off strong.
Yes,
At least
we did.
One group of people did have to get up from the game table and go swap outfits, one being a very tall man, such as myself, and another person Corey-sized. Take that as inspiration. Go forth and make your own decks. You'll be happier for it.
That card was I made that card.
It was a good card.
It was a good card. I was proud of that one. It's super fun. It probably would have cracked my top 100. The reason it didn't is I am going to be that guy a little bit. I know I just talked about Race Set Bet being an activity game, but that to me is an activity game. This is an activity, if that makes sense. To me, there is a little bit of a divide that if you wanted to make a top 100 things I enjoy doing, it would probably be on it. But a top 100 board game list, it doesn't belong for me. But like, it is technically a board game. It's on BGG. I'm not going to argue it's not. So like, if you want to put it on the list, put it on the list. But for my personal list, that's my reason for leaving it off. But it would crack my top 100 if I were willing to put it on the list.
So all I'm hearing is I just need to make a fancy box for our deck to live in, and then it's a board game.
Honestly, that would probably win me over. It probably would. Like if you made me a fancy box and like you even put like some kind of weird components in it to be like, oh, this is the start player marker, Corey. Like, something. I'd be like, all right, you got me.
like hold it over your head like jingling keys. Like, it's fancy cardboard. It's fancy cardboard. Look at it.
I mean, I hate to say it, yeah, it might get me. I'm a sucker for it.
Okay.
But yeah, it's a great game. I'm not gonna argue it. And like our first play of it this year, we played it at our board game retreat, and pretty sure it ain't going nowhere. It's going to be a staple. We might even end up bringing it out at more than board game retreat. We might bring it out at like Christmas or something. Who knows?
Sure.
Something, The fact that we did it at the retreat, because we always do like a fire, was nice, because at the end we were like, keep this card, burn this one. Keep this card, burn. It also kind of added to the fun. Yeah, it's great. All right, my number 5. All right, so I told you I had a half pick in this one. It's because I have a straight replacement. This game was my number 7 last year, so it jumped 2 spots to 5 because there's a new version, and I like this one. It's weird to say I like it considerably better because it only jumped from 7 to 5, but I think going from 7 to 5 in your top 10 is a big jump. So I think Seven Wonders Duel is considerably better than Seven Wonders, and Seven Wonders was like in my top 30. I love Seven Wonders. But Seven Wonders Duel is the epitome of a different kind of card drafting, in my opinion. It's got like the pyramid style, public drafting type deal. The resource collection on the cards, the free cards. Once you gather other cards, they let you get other stuff for free. I think it just works great. And it's got like the combat system, the tug of war, the science. I think Seven Wonders Duel is amazing. It's not the same game, so I want to preface it with this. If you had both games in your top 100, both Seven Wonders Duel and this one, I don't argue with you. That's fine. But for me, this game would have been number 5. Seven Wonders Duel would have been number 6. I'm not going to put them on the list back to back when they share 75% of the same DNA. I'm talking about Lord of the Rings, Duel for Middle-earth. They took Seven Wonders Duel. They put Lord of the Rings on it. I'm a huge fan. Not only did they put Lord of the Rings on it, they took some theme, a giant syringe, and injected it into this game. I will always tell the story. The first time we ever played this game, I won the game by delivering the freaking ring to Mount Doom. That's literally how I won the game. How much more Lord of the Ringsy do you want something to be than winning it in that way? It's absolutely amazing. I think that the public objective cards that are very powerful are really fun to try and race to collect. I think it keeps the pyramid style drafting, and I think the different routes of strategy you have to go down are really fun, because like, do you want to go for the blue cards, and for the Fellowship side that delivers the ring, for the Mordor side that tries to catch the hobbits, or do you want to go for the conquest of Middle Earth? Do you want to like place out the area control factions and try to control Middle Earth and win in that way? Like, there's so many different strategies you can go for, but you can't just solo on one strategy. Just like in Seven Wonders and Seven Wonders Duel, you got to dip your toe in all of them, or the other person's going to run away with it. So that balancing act, I think, is wonderful. The first micro expansion just came out, which adds the heroes like Gandalf and stuff like that. We haven't got it to the table, and I'm so excited for it. But yeah, this game is just a straight replacement for Seven Wonders Duel, and they could not have made a better version. Once again, Bruno Catala, my favorite designer, absolutely killed it. One of my favorite themes in anything, board game, whatever. This was just a win all around for me.
Yep, solid pick. I really liked the addition of area control. We have to be candid that it is very rules-light area control, but the mechanic of having an ability to claim an area with a tower, and that's just mine, I technically don't have to worry about it anymore, was very new and interesting to me, and made the rules-light area control actually work in a game like this.
Yeah, for me, this is one of those, I have nothing negative to say about it. It's all positive for me. But if you wanted to find something to poke at, which for some people, not for me, but for some people, it's that those public objective cards are so powerful. The last time we played, I ended up winning. I don't want to use the word easily, but I got one public objective that I was perfectly able to combo into another one, that I was perfectly able to combo into another one. So it's like I played it in a way where they've comboed into each other so well that at a certain point it was just over.
Yes.
So yes, that is a possibility. I would say that is the outlier, not the common, though.
Yeah, I mean, I'd say if I had one critique, it would be the victory through obtaining all the faction support. Good luck.
That's hard. It's
hard. Real hard.
Yeah. Possible, but hard.
Yeah. your opponent is either asleep at the wheel or you got very, very, very lucky.
Yeah. Well, because half the time they stop you not wanting to, it's because they either can't afford a different card, so they're forced to take a card to stop you, or they don't want to reveal better cards for you, so they take that one stopping you to stop you from getting something else. So it's like they almost accidentally stop you, which makes it even harder.
And like the one, like the mitigation for that of having the wild card is kind of buried within one of the factions. So if you're going that strategy, you basically have to dig through that faction, and you may not even come across them based on the random cards they're taking out. So,
Yeah, so like you're trying to mitigate it by gambling.
Yes.
Which doesn't always work.
Yes.
Yeah, but I still think everything works super well. I think even that works because I think that is, like, I agree, super hard to win that way. I think the gaining of powers is also a fantastic thing, but it's like, if you do it good enough, you can win, but it also kind of feels like, am I ever going to win this way?
Like, getting the powers is definitely worth it in and of itself.
Yeah.
Like, every time I've ever seen either of us go for powers, we were like, haha, I could win this way. Yeah, sure. Hey, I get free stuff forever now.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it also worked. The one where I talked about I won by delivering it to Mordor, I got the power that made my blue cards worth extra.
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, I was already doing this. This is great. So, yeah. I love this game so much. This is my best game that's... Actually, no, I need to take it back. Layers was not my best new to me game because I played this one after last year's Top 100, so technically, if you don't want to count this as Seven Wonders Duel, this was my best new to me game, technically. So yeah, absolutely fantastic. All right, top 4.
All right, so my number 4 is a game that surprised me really because I've seen their booth at all the conventions we go to, and I've seen how much stuff they have to sell, and that's usually kind of a turnoff for me because Corey and I are opposite people in that regard. But I'm happy to say I was wrong, and that is Honey Buzz. I thoroughly enjoy the gameplay loop, and every single one of the expansions is worth it.
Yeah.
We've played with all the expansions, at least all the available ones so far.
Yeah. Well, it's a modular. It's got 5 modules in it. I do think some are definitely better than others, but all 5 definitely work. 100% all 5 work.
They all add a layer to the game that can be viewed as something like, I really needed this in that game if you didn't have it. So I would argue it's actually worth playing with all the expansions every time. I understand you don't necessarily make that argument, but I thought all of it went perfectly together. And at its core, it's a tile laying game because you're trying to make a specific configuration of tiles to get a
Honeycomb?
a honeycomb pattern to make specific kinds of honey based on the pollen you're collecting that you then sell at market, and is fun, and the little squishy components, which I understand are upgraded components.
Yeah, because I own everything.
But if we've learned anything from this series, it's Scott is a huge sucker for squishy components.
Yeah.
If you give me squishy components, I will like your game.
Everdale berries.
Everdale Bellies.
Everdale berries.
It's one of the best components in gaming, hands down. But something about this game, just the building the honeycombs and when and how you trigger the abilities around them, it clicks for me.
The speed. It's a good timed game. It's like 60-ish minutes. Like, it can take on more people, but 60-ish minutes. It's a well-timed game. This is my 102. Just missed the list. I very much enjoy this game. It's one of those that if Scott ever looks at me and says, "Hey, I want to play Honey Buzz," I'm like, okay. Like, I'm never going to say no. I'm going to be like, yeah, okay. But I feel like it's one I don't often reach for myself, and it's primarily because I agree both base game and all 5 modules. It all works, it's all fun, and it's all enjoyable. But I think there are holes to poke at in all of it. It's like, in base game, I can poke this hole. In this module, I can poke this hole. They're not big. They're small holes. Small little holes. But I see little holes that I can poke, and I'm just like, that one little thing, I didn't love that. You know what I mean? Just little things here and there. But for the most part, totally agree. Like, one thing, just for example, and this could be true about thousands of games, is there was one time we played where in the first, 3 to 4 turns, you lock down a certain kind of honey, and I just couldn't make it the entire game. Like, I was locked out of half of the goals because I just couldn't get that honey because it was all in the beginning, and I didn't realize that, and you got it all. And the rest of the game, I got to sit there and go, okay, so what do I do? You know what I mean? And that's just, that can happen in any game. I'm not going to say it can't, but it's a little hole. Little tiny pinprick hole that I'm like, I had no mitigation to that. I was just stuck with that, without that kind of honey.
You clearly did because it wasn't a blowout. You did mitigate it. You did other things.
I mitigated it, but I wasn't winning that game.
Well, yeah, because I clocked that there was only one version of that on the board first. Went, I'm going to get that first.
Yeah.
I'll sacrifice whatever I have to sacrifice to get it first.
Oh, 100%. That's what I'm saying. It works. Just little baby holes here and there that I see for me. And, some things are stronger than others, in my opinion, obviously. It's like, oh, that's obviously stronger. And it's like, I would have liked the choice to go one way or the other, and it's like, no, that's the right direction. You know what I mean? And not in the sense it's solvable. It's not solvable. This game has too many directions to be solvable, but there are certain points where you're at a crossroads, and you kind of would like the option to be able to go left or right, and it's like, no, the answer's left. Yeah. But it's a very good game. Like I said, 102, I love it. It's great. And you were talking about the company, Elf Creek. I own every game they've ever made. They're that good, in my opinion. I think every Elf Creek game, I actually think Honey Buzz is my lowest, and it's 102. I think every other game of theirs made the top 100, and it still was 102. I love this game. So Elf Creek is a fantastic company.
I love Honey Buzz.
I do too. All right, number 3.
All right, my number 3 is my number 1 two-player game of all time. It's displaced another couple great games, especially considering this year we've kind of gotten into a space where we're playing a lot more two-player games because that's just where our group's at. And not just with each other, but with other people. It's just way easier to get another one person on the same page as you as opposed to 4 or 5.
I think a lot of people would agree with this too. That's also just a really good number to play board games at. I like playing with a bunch of people, but playing with 2 is just enjoyable. You just sit and play the game.
100%.
Yeah.
And this game, I'm going to go ahead and get ahead on this. Corey's going to say it's only as high as it is on my list because he can't beat me at it. And that's kind of true. But the game is Beer and Bread.
Yeah.
I like this game a lot. And not just because I'm good at it. I like this game because it's doing a lot of stuff in a very small box. And for a very competitive price point. Yeah. You have a lot of... There's limited resources. There's card drafting in a very new and interesting way with how they change between seasons, a dry versus a not dry season, I guess a rainy season.
Plentiful?
Sure. And having each season determine what you're able to do and the way that the card drafting plays off of one another, like what do I need, what do I think is going to come back to me that I might be able to use that they won't take. The scoring system where you only score the equivalent amount of beer and bread together, like you only score one pair of each, kind of, is because you can't...
Or you take the lower score.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, take the lower, yeah.
You're trying to keep them even, I guess.
Yeah, I know what you... Yeah.
But that's interesting and novel instead of just how fast can I bake the bread, go.
I think the best thing this game does is something a lot of games have tried and failed, is that each card has multiple uses. You can use it to get resources, you can use it as a power, or you can use it as a scoring card. So the fact that each card does multiple different things is something that I've seen tons of games fail at, and this one does it extremely well.
Yeah, I've had a lot of fun with this game, and I think it's going to be here to stay, at least until Corey beats me. Then it's going to fall a few spots. Sure.
I'm going to figure this one out. I'm going to figure this one out. I'm not using BGG either. I'm not going on subreddits. I'm not going on forums. I'm going to figure this one out.
My favorite part of this game is Corey got it, and he sat me down, and the first words out of his mouth were, I think this is going to be a game I'm going to be really good at. Like, it really feels like a Corey game.
I did. This one honestly bothers me that I'm not good at it. It does, because I feel like I should be. And also, I promise you're not going to believe me on this. I promise it's the truth. It wasn't on purpose. I didn't do it to spite Scott. This was my 101. It was the first game off of my top 100. It just missed it. I love the game. Yeah, it might be higher if I could win.
Awfully convenient. It just rolled off the 100.
If you wanted to crack the top 100, throw me a bone. Let me have one. Just have an off day.
I don't let people win. That's not how I roll.
All right, my number 3. Pull out your shoehorns. It's time. I talk about this game all year long. Every time you give me the opportunity, I'm going to bring this game up. I'm going to be the one that keeps this game alive in the industry if I have to. It is very out of print. If you ever see my house on fire, you'll see me quickly running out the door with this game in my arms because I don't know if I would get another copy. Shadows over Camelot. This is the #1 game that Corey champions. This is the #1 game I think people might think of when they think of me, because I am always screaming its praises. I love the theme, the King Arthur. It's got Days of Wonder art. It's got Sergei, I believe the last name's pronounced Legay, and Bruno Catala, my favorite designer. Sergei is the designer of Nidavellir, which was my number 11. I think this is Bruno's best game, and I will do anything I possibly can to keep this game alive. For me, it's a combination of the trader aspect on top of the semi-cooperative game that blends beautifully, because literally in this one, they give you a mechanic as the trader to go, hey, you just go hang out by this well and chuck some good stuff in it and go, I don't got nothing good, my guy. It's just, these aren't good cards. I don't know what to tell you. They're just not good. It's really fun, and probably the part that makes me giggle and laugh every time we play this game is it's limited communication, so you can't tell people what's in your hand. But you got to figure out where you're going to go. You got to talk about it a little bit. So you start using little, what would be like euphemisms to like describe your hand. So you're like, hey, we got to go count 1 to 5 in cards over in this area, right? Now, if I go over here, I can get this party started. But after that, I ain't got no chips, bro. I didn't get the pizza. Girlfriend calls, says she can't make it. Nothing's happening at this party, bro. It's I just started it. You're in my apartment. That's it. But then someone else shows up and they're just like, bruh, I just made a brisket. I got you. You're like, bruh, I got so much alcohol. We gonna have a good time. And like, that's how the conversations go about talking about the numbers 1 to 5. And it makes me giggle and laugh every single time, especially when someone screws it up, which is almost inevitable. And I can't help but giggle and laugh. And there's also, like, I'm talking about these like gimmicky things. There's also just a good game here. There's a good cooperative game underneath it where you're trying to achieve these different goals in different ways. It's very rewarding when you complete a goal, but it's also incredibly punishing in the way like when like you're playing Pandemic and an outbreak happens and all of a sudden you're sweating. Same thing happens with this one. When something bad happens, you're sweating. You start seeing those catapults just adding up a little too much. You get nervous, and I just think it does everything that it tries to do the best it possibly can, and I will always sing its praises.
The one thing I really like about it, beyond everything you just said, are the possibility for a dramatic reveal of the trader. Because there's so many trader games where you find it at the end. Just like, who is messing us up this whole time? Oh, it was you? That makes sense. That's how most of them work. But this one, there's a legitimate mechanic around it where the trader can, throw back their cape and cackle.
Yeah.
Especially so, it's like, oh, Lancelot's armor. It would be a shame if that ended up on the trader, wouldn't it? Oh, it is me!
I have literally seen the trader have all of the bonuses. They've had the Holy Grail, they've had Excalibur, they've had them all reveal themselves and go, these are very nice trinkets I have. It's so fun. Like, if this is a game, it's hard to get a hold of. It's out of print. I actually don't know that I've even seen it in like convention libraries and stuff. It is getting kind of rare, but if you have the opportunity to play it, I can't recommend enough that you do. It's a top quality game. And I will keep it alive. Howdy y'all. So we had some lost footage happen. So my number 4 got cut from my recording. So I'm gonna give it to you right here. Sorry Scott, you don't get to be a part of this one, but I'm gonna give you guys my number 4, which is a game that I've loved it since the first time I played it. It came out with a card game later, loved the card version. It was on my list further down. Came out with a dice version, still love the dice version, even though it didn't make my top 100, we still really enjoyed it. But my number 4 favorite game of all time, Terraforming Mars. Now, this is a classic at this point. Everybody's played Terraforming Mars. If you haven't, that's kind of crazy to me, honestly, because it's been played by so many people. But even the base game to this is incredible. With the way that you're building out Mars on the board, putting out cities, putting out the vegetation, the ocean, all of those things. The way they score in different ways, how you pick up bonuses on the board. All of these things are things that I just really enjoy in games. I love when a game rewards you for achieving something. It's not just, hey, I did a thing, I scored points. It's, no, I did a thing, now I get a card, now I get some resources. Now it's easier for me to do this thing over here. It's really nice when games reward you as you go along. And the fact that in this game, as it kind of has like the engine building aspect of like you build the blue cards that have bonus powers, and you're able to start creating like the titanium to make things like cost less, and you've got the abilities out there that just really affect the game in a long form fashion. I enjoy that because it's like you start off a little slow and then the game just builds and builds and builds to where every turn you're doing more. Your income is going up each round, which is just allowing you to play more cards and do more things. I really enjoy that, and oh my goodness, there are so many expansions to this game that it just builds upon the base game in some fantastic ways that everybody really enjoys. And in my opinion, the Prelude expansion is one of the most essential expansions of all time, almost to this point that I think everybody should just immediately buy it right off the get-go because it just feels so necessary. But even without it, like, it's still a fun game. Yeah, the ramp up is slower, but this is a game that I just love exploring because every time that I play it, I feel like I'm playing it again for the first time because there's so much content to explore. There's so many things to enjoy about it. But and the reason it's probably my number 4 is the thinky nature of getting that hand of cards and trying to perfectly figure out how much income you have to pay for each card and in what order you want to play them, how you're going to acquire new cards, how you're going to put things out on the board. Do you want to put out things that cause more oxygen now, or do you want to save it for later because you don't want the bar to raise too high at a certain point? Because, cards have... You can only play certain cards at certain times. So, like, I think the strategy behind it is really depthful, and it allows me to really engage myself with the game. So, there's so many reasons I love Terraforming Mars. I love Ares Expedition, the card game, and then the dice game is also very good. But yeah, Terraforming Mars, my number 4 game of all time, and I think this game is going to be a staying power for me for a very long time. All right, not number 1. It's not good enough. But number 2.
First loser?
First loser.
Okay, well, my first loser is probably always going to be my first loser because I can see no game that's going to replace it because it's perfection. That is Dixit. I understand what you're thinking right now. It's a very simplistic game. The rules are all on the board. There isn't even really a rulebook. There is a rulebook, but you don't even need it. You can kind of throw it away.
Your little player movers are cute little bunnies.
They're cute little bunnies. And it's all about the art and the people you're playing with. And this is always going to be my number 1 game I want to play with new people. If I've never met you before, we're going to play Dixit, and I'm going to learn a lot about you really quick. It's super, super fun, and it all stems from how creative everyone at the table can be and the stunning art, because there's tons of expansions for this game. It's all just more cards, more art cards. That's all it is, and they're worth every penny. This is also the game I've given as a gift the most times. I think I've given away 5 or 6 copies of this game.
I've given away a couple, but I've given away just a few more love letters, but I've given away a few. This
is an excellent game, and it's never not going to be an excellent game because it's not crunchy, because it is something that you can play with a 5-year-old or an 80-year-old. It doesn't matter. It's perfect.
No, I agree. It does everything you just said as best as it possibly can. Like, every single word out of his mouth is correct. I'm not being the, push your glasses up gamer. It's just, it's really simple. It's, this is the one kind of fits in the category I was talking about with layers where it can kind of make you feel like a kid. Mm-hmm. But this one just doesn't pull those heartstrings for me. You know what I mean? Like, it pulls some strings, just not those ones. So I'm over here like, yeah, it's really fun. I'll always play it. I'll really enjoy it. But it's just Dixit, if that makes sense.
I've never had a bad time playing it. I would venture a guess no one's had a bad time.
Yeah, same. I've never had a bad time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's really good. I love it. It's really good. And like I said, there's no game that can have that. I'm going to get a comment about this with this sentence. There's no game that can have that many expansions that's not good. Yeah, I'm going to get a comment about that.
Maybe. I have to think about that one, but probably. But yeah, there's not a whole lot to say because there's not a whole lot to the game, but Dixit. It's easy to clean, easy to use. Anyone can play it.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, it's Dixit. There's certain games that's just like, you just kind of shake your head and go, yeah, okay. You know what I mean? Like, literally, you could have made your number 2 Carcassonne. And I would have disagreed with you, but I'm like, okay, it's Carcassonne, sure, whatever. You know what I mean? Like, I'd just be like, okay, sure. Like, I'm not going to argue. Mm-hmm. My number 2 is one that people definitely want to argue about because I am one of the only people you will ever hear talk about it. I am one of the only content creators in this space that will probably bring it up to you. I might be the only person you know who owns it because it's just not a crazy popular game. I'm talking about Letters from Whitechapel. It's hidden movement. I love hidden movement. Most people don't. It has a off-putting theme to some. It is literally about the Jack the Ripper incidents. It's, I understand how that'd be off-putting. I'm a little bit of a history buff. I kind of enjoy those like mystery style things, and obviously the events were terrible. They do have that mystery aspect to them, so I enjoy that. But I really just love the mechanics. I love the grid that you kind of play on, because a lot of people, I love Fury Dracula. It was in my 11 through 20. But that one is so much about the theme. This one, the theme is there, because it follows the canonical, events. But the thing I love about this one is the actual mechanisms of the board, how there's 150 spaces. You have to try and map where you've been, and they're trying to figure out where you've been by finding the clues of places you've been at. And then there's the crossroads of okay, I need to cross this road, but the police are over here and the police are over here, so I need to try and perfectly time my movements to just shoot between them. And the bamboozling moments you can have as the hider, that's just Scott, on turn 4 I was standing beside you, and you had no clue. And as the hider, that just feels like a giant grin inside. And also you feel your heart beating don't say left, don't say left, don't say left. Don't go that way, go that way, go that way, go that way. It's so good. I love it. And even when you get found out and you're caught, I've been caught in round 1, which shouldn't happen. But I did it because I gambled in a fun way. I was just I can get caught here. Or I will absolutely win this game on the spot because they will never know what hit them. And I did that and I failed. And it was just fun. And I enjoy things like that. So I understand this game. I guarantee you, if you go watch 15 other content creators' top 100s, this will not even be in their top 100. It's not a popular game. But I will never get rid of this game. I will play it the rest of my life. Love this game. I know it's not for you at all. No, this is not a Scott game. Genuine question, because I know you don't like hidden movement. Is it just the hidden movement, or is it the game? Does that make sense? I know this
hidden movement is the game.
I know, but I mean, is it the theme, or is it the mechanics of the hidden movement?
That's mechanics.
Because this one and Fury Dracula's hidden movement are very different.
I'm also a big history buff, and Jack the Ripper is interesting as a theme to me, but hidden movement, bleh.
Yeah, fair. I mean, this is one of those. It's. God, I don't want to give you this ammo at all. I really don't want to. This kind of fits a little bit in a category with Dominion where the game is a mechanic. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yes.
But this one has way better theme and art.
He's not wrong. All right. Number one.
The best game of all time. Oh, wait, God. Oh, no, I shouldn't say that.
What?
I know what's coming, and I shouldn't say that. I'm not even doing this as a bit. I forgot when I opened my mouth.
So those of you who watched last year, you probably know what's coming. And I've learned something about myself throughout this process, and that's I'm not a violent person. That's part of the reason I like violent games, like area control and war games, because I get to indulge in that part of myself, the part that's confrontational, because in my day-to-day life, I'm a very peaceful person. I am a gentle giant down to my core. But on this issue, this is a hill I am willing to die on.
Oh yeah, he is. We've had this conversation. Oh yes, he is.
Fight me. Anytime, any place, fight me. The best board game of all time. And one of you out there, I'm not naming names, one of you out there thought you could sneak one by me. You thought you could collate a list of all board game rankings across the internet and say, this one isn't a board game, it doesn't count. If you see me walking down the street, cross the crosswalk. I'm coming for you.
They're going to find you, Gen Con.
Oh, they better. Is this an elaborate and long-running gag just to have a long lead up to what I think is the best board game of all time? Absolutely. Am I actually going to fight this person? Probably not.
I love that it was just a probably.
Yeah, but did they actually sneak it by me and Corey had to tell me about the ranking? Definitely. For my money, the best board game of all time is Dungeons & Dragons. And the conceit I have this year is different than last year because I think the best version of a board game is Welcome to Hellfire Club, the Stranger Things box set of Dungeons & Dragons.
Oh, you've lost me so hard.
I know I have.
Oh, you've lost me.
He hates Stranger Things.
Oh, you've lost me.
He doesn't like Stranger Things, so if that colors your understanding of what's happening here, that's why. But it is a complete Dungeons & Dragons experience, pre-packaged, and yes, I changed it just so it would be different from last year, just to poke more and new buttons. but it has everything you need to qualify it as a board game contained within it. There's maps and menus and characters.
You know what else that describes? An RPG.
It sure does, but this comes in one box with a board that you play a game on. So that to me sounds like a board game.
I want to throw this out here too, just because this is going to be the hottest topic of our top 100. I feel like for years to come.
Yeah, darn too.
I offered him a concession and he didn't take it.
No.
I offered him an olive branch and he refused it. I told him, because last year he chose the starter set with Lost Mines of Phandelver.
Correct.
And I said, okay, I kind of get where you're coming from, but no. I offered him the concession that, you know what, if you're going to do this, if you're going to do it, just pick the best one and the most popular one, which is Curse of Strahd. I was like, if you just say Curse of Strahd, I will sit over here with my mouth shut.
But that's a book. You don't have a board there.
I don't care. I offered a concession. And not only did he not do that, he picked the Stranger Things one. I think it's to spot me.
You're 100% right. This is the one topic I wake up and choose violence. It's a board game because I say it is, and it's the best thing you can do on a tabletop with a bunch of nerds. Fight me. Fight me. Okay, what's your number one, Corey?
Okay. Yeah, my number one is board game. It's the It's the board game, actually. Like, the game itself. I'm not gonna ride this into the ground. It's freaking Wingspan. It's arguably the best game ever made. Like, not just my opinion. That's an arguable thing that you can get into. It's perfect all around. Like, I hear people say the balancing argument, like, oh, this is better than that. Yeah, so is it in almost every other game. It's a card game. It's all about how you play them in what order. Yeah, some of them are luck, but it's luck on purpose because some people find that fun. Mm-hmm. Like, it give you multiple strategies. Like, do you want to go for a gambling strategy that's fun? Sure. Is it probably going to win you the game? No, it's a gambling strategy. It might win you the game. It might not. Or do you want to go for the super efficient, get the cards, get the food, play the eggs, do the things? Yeah, I've also heard the arguments about how the last couple turns is just lay eggs. Yeah, guess what? Early in the game, you were laying an egg. Now you laid 12. That's a little bit funner, in my opinion, getting to go, oh, look at all these points. That's fun to me. I don't know. I'm not going to beat this horse to death. It's Wingspan. It's my favorite game of all time. The expansions are fantastic. I can't wait for the next expansions. Literally just got back from PAX Unplugged and I bought all the little bonus packs of cards for all of the different regions. I'm excited to play with those. I own everything for this game. I've upgraded this game just like everyone else. I think I've gone to Barnes & Noble, or not Barnes & Noble, but Michael's or somewhere and bought a little nest to put my eggs in because why wouldn't you? And just, I don't know. It's just fantastic. Like, I don't know how much more you want me to say about Wingspan. I'll say this if you want even some kind of small negative because, not every game's perfect, right? I like the Nectar from the Oceania expansion. I didn't love it.
Yeah.
Every other expansion, I loved every piece of it. When it comes to the Nectar, I liked it. And that's the worst I have to say about Wingspan.
Yeah.
There you go. But its best factor is that it's a board game.
That's just your opinion, man.
I will run a poll. I will run
I'm going to look at that poll. I don't care.
Let's say press me. I will run a poll. All right, that was our number ones. And that is the best games of all time, according to us at least. These are the ones we love. Thank you guys for sticking through this series. I hope you enjoyed, I did my top 100. Scott joined for the top 50. He only did 30 last year, so he stepped it up a little bit this year. Just a little bit. Maybe next year we'll get him to do the 100. We'll see how it goes. We got a whole year of games to play. We played a lot of good ones this year. 2025 was absolutely epic for us. Like, this was by far the best year I've ever had in gaming. Like, so many good games. I played so many games. I had a lot of great memories. The conventions this year, Gen Con, Origins, PAX. Like, I'm starting off 2026 going on Dice Tower Cruise, and then from there we just ride it out. But 2026 we've got tons of plans. We've talked so much about what we're going to be doing for you guys, so be sure you subscribe, hang out with us. I promise that we're going to be trying really hard to make some good content for you. Hit the like button on this video if you enjoyed this series. Check out the full 100. We'll see you guys in 2026. Bye-bye. Bye.